Today, we are touring the $72 million private island here on Flathead Lake, just outside Dayton, Montana. This is an amazing property, and I cannot wait to share it with you guys. But we've already run into our first problem. It's an island. So it's over there, and we're over here. Luckily, the sale also comes with this 60-foot custom-built barge for transport to and from the island. So now that we're loaded up, let's head over. Welcome to Cromwell Island. Before we begin our tour, I want to give a huge thank you to the owner and to the listing agent, Bill McDavid, for allowing us to tour this property. Bill is an agent here in Montana who uses Land ID to map and showcase his listings. We'll hear from him a little bit later on, but if you'd like to see the Land ID map of this property while we walk through it, we'll put links to that in the video description. With all that said, let's jump into the tour. Located here on beautiful Flathead Lake in northwest Montana, this property sits just an hour south of Glacier National Park. With over 200 square miles of surface area and 185 miles of shoreline, Flathead Lake is the largest natural freshwater lake west of the Mississippi. Sailing, boating, water skiing, swimming, fishing, hiking, and camping are all hugely popular here and let you enjoy the wild beauty that this place provides. Typically, I'd start a tour at the front door of the home, but with an island, the dock is essentially your front door. So, welcome to the front door of Cromwell Island. This dock currently has 5 slips varying in size, with the largest slip believed to be able to accommodate a yacht of up to 70 feet. Now, I don't know how familiar you are with islands, but they're a little bit harder to get to than your average piece of property. The only ways to access the island are by boat, float plane, or helicopter. So 2 of those 3, you're going to have to use either this dock or the secondary dock located on the other side of the island. That one has a little secret attached to help with year-round access, but I'll touch on that when we tour that area. For now, let's head up the road and visit the main villa. So let's go over some specs of this property. We have 2 structures, the main villa sitting at just around 45,000 square feet. It was originally designed to have 3 bedrooms and 9 bathrooms. Now things have changed a bit since the initial design, but I'll get to that when we do the tour of the main villa. The guest villa sits at 4,700 square feet with 2 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms. It has 2 private docks, one on the east side and one on the west side, and all of this is built on a 348-acre private island with nearly 3 miles of shoreline. The main house, or villa as it's referred to, was built to resemble 16th century French architecture. From the terracotta roof, to the Montana travertine floor, to the dolomitic limestone walls. The soffit and fascia detail, along with all of the windows and doors and frieze boards, are made of mahogany. Even the deck construction was carefully thought out, being heated from below to allow for effortless snowmelt in the winter. Speaking of the deck, as you look out over the railing, you'll see Wild Horse Island just 2,500 feet off the shore of Cromwell, named after the wild horses who still inhabit the land. Now, remember how I said it was originally designed to have 3 bedrooms and 9 bathrooms, but some things changed during construction? Well, let's head inside and I'll show you what I mean. As you can see, it's unfinished, but it does allow you to see exactly how it was built. Let's sit down with the listing agent, Bill McDavid, to learn more about it.
This structure is large, over 40,000 square feet. And despite that massive size, it was originally designed to just be 3 to 4 bedrooms. It was a real feat to get the concrete just onto the island, much more to pour it in place as they did. There's a barge that they used to bring one at a time concrete trucks over. It's just staggering to think the effort that took. Some of the unique features of this property would include the shooting range that's in the house here down on the lower level, underground concrete tunnel that is 100 yards long, so you can sight in a rifle wearing your bathrobe if you like. There is a tunnel that connects the infrastructure from this main house to the guest house. All of the noise-making features of the infrastructure is actually housed over at the guest house, so when you're here at the main house, you hear nothing but nature if you got the windows open. You've got a 750 kilowatt generator here with 3 8,000-gallon fuel tanks. If the grid goes down, you can run probably 2 to 3 months just on the supply you have on hand. The wildlife here on Cromwell Island is diverse. There have been bears on the island, mountain lions on the island, and there's a sizable herd of mule deer on the property. Some of them are very large. They're very acclimated to humans, more so than those on the mainland. So you tend to get up close and personal with them, and they're just fun to see every day. What makes Cromwell Island unique and special is a long list, really. For me, I think the Native American history here is what I find most fascinating. And this island was actually not an island, but a peninsula. Flathead Lake was raised in, I think, 1938 by the dam. At that time, nevertheless, it was the largest natural freshwater lake west of the Mississippi. And so we're looking across here to the east at Wild Horse Island, which is named for the fact that there were and are wild horses that live on the island. And the way that they got there was the natives, they would herd them out onto this island/peninsula and collect them here and then swim them across the channel because it's the closest location from the mainland shoreline to the Wild Horse Island is on the east edge of Cromwell. So you could sit on the terrace out here with a spotting scope and you could see anything from wild horses to bighorn sheep to deer to bear, whatever there might be lurking around Wild Horse Island, you can watch from afar.
Thanks, Bill. Now let's continue our tour and head down the road to the guest villa. The guest villa sits at 4,700 square feet with 2 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms across 2 floors, with an office and extra rooms for storage and a fully functional wood shop. As you can see, the exterior was built to resemble the main house with similar details and finishes. It's not as extravagant as the main house, but it's a favorite stop for the original island residents, a herd of mule deer who call this place home. The island, not the guest house. They don't live there. They live out here. See? Outside deer. All right, let's head down the road to the west dock. From here to the bank of Flathead Lake is right around 650 feet, and this is where the island used to connect to the mainland when it was a peninsula before the dam in Polson, Montana was built. Unfortunately, in the wintertime, the lake can ice over, but this landing has a little trick attached to help with passage during those times. Submerged across the channel are 5 agitators hardwired with 220 volts that allow for ice-free passage during the winter. Let's head back over to the main villa for one more thing before we finish our tour.
What it feels like to be on Cromwell Island, above all else, I guess I would have to say peaceful. It is extremely peaceful on this island. You get on the boat, you have a short ride across, and then you come up here on this overlook, and it's just, I can't think of anywhere more peaceful.
All right, everyone, that's it for this tour. What a truly unique property and opportunity to own and customize this amazing place. Again, if you'd like to see the in-depth interactive land ID map of this property, along with more details, click the link in the description. Another huge thank you to the owner and to the listing agent, Bill McDavid of Holland Hall Properties, for allowing us to show this to you all. And if you've got an amazing property that you've showcased using Land ID and you'd like us to tour it, follow the link in the description of this video to let us know. Thanks again, and we'll see you again soon.